Well, hello, everyone. It's your girl, Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Just all of that. And of course, I am super excited to be here with you all. Happy Friday, y'all. The epic show is ending right now. It's Friday. Are you all excited? I'm excited. It is Friday. I have not been to sleep since I got off this morning. So, look, if I start dozing, snoring, something, y'all just say, Carlika, get on up. No, I will not do that. But as you come on, say hey, hi, hello, say something. Because don't you come up in this room and don't say nothing with your rude self. And that's not what we're about. Your mama taught you better than that. I know she did. But happy Friday. Welcome to the Epic Show. Look, we have an amazing guest with us on this Friday evening. I'm super excited to chat with her. I have to definitely go over to the comments. Hey, Serene, what is going on? Look, you already know the drill. Take 2 seconds. How many? 1, 2. Go ahead and hit that share button right now. Share it out because something said you don't know who needs it. We don't hold back any good information, right? Good conversation. What kind of conversations are we having? Epic conversations, right? We're facing it, we're facing it, and we are fulfilling it. And so this is what our guests, that's what we've been talking about. Transparent, transformational conversations. Now say that fast 5 times. I ain't even gonna try that. But it's transparent, transformational conversations. And that's what the inboxes that I have been receiving. Thank you so much for this. This has really blessed me. And that's what we want to hear. Y'all, it ain't me. Right? God gave me the idea and I just said, go. I'm on the gas button. I ain't letting up either. So if you sitting down in park, what you waiting on, looking around for? If you going in reverse, what's your problem? Keep picking up the same things and the same habit, hanging around the same people, getting the same results. And that's why you are frustrated. So guess what? I have something just for you, right? Epic Boot Camp next Monday. And you still have time to get in on the Epic Boot Camp. If you're saying, look, I need some clarity. I need some more confidence. And I need some consistency in my life so I can F it up in my purpose. Once again, you all, F it means for y'all throw something at me. Faith it. You're believing God for something. You're facing your challenges because none of us are exempt from having them. I don't care what level you get to. You're going to have a challenge. You're going to have an obstacle. Y'all, my ears ringing. Sorry. This is so so unplanned, but my ears are ringing. If it ain't a hot flash, my ears ringing. And you are being committed to fulfilling your purpose. If this is your first time ever catching me, right, this is what you're going to get. Real deal, ears ringing. I might be fanning because I'm having a hot flash. If I had a wig on and I got hot, I would probably snatch that off too because I'm just being who I am. So the Epic Boot Camp, we would love to have you. Just I will put a link. I said this the other night, y'all, so forgive me for lying because I never put the link in there. But I will put the link in there tonight for the Epic Boot Camp so that you can just click on that. Get registered because what I'm telling you is I started my business not with a huge following, right? You don't have to have all these things. Not all the pretty stuff, but knowing who I was talking to, knowing what problem I'm going to solve, and going from doing Facebook Lives every Wednesday at 6 p.m. to speaking on international stages. How did I do it? That's what we go over because you need confidence, you need clarity, and you got to be consistent, right? How many of us could use some more consistency and stuff in our life? How many of us could use some more confidence to make people aware that I'm here, this is what I'm anointed to do, born to do, whatever words you want to say, but you're letting people know. So get registered, right? That's the link for that. Last thing before we bring our guest on, our Women Who Pray community, you all, we are growing by numbers, but it's not even about the numbers. It's about the lives that are being touched. It's about the transformation that's happening. People are being healed. People are being set free. People are walking in their purpose and they're discovering their purpose. And that's what it's all about. Because what are we doing? We're women who pray. I am a woman who pray, and I know a lot of you all are too. How do I know? Because you all are joining the Women Who Pray first book project, you all. And all I can say is God is doing some amazing things with that book project, far than what I even imagined. When I say the sponsorships and all of the things that are just coming in on a constant basis, it's not about me, but it's about being obedient. So if you're looking for a community of women that's going to pray for you, push you, and praise you, not make you a god though, but we are willing and we are ready to celebrate you and support you on your journey. You're not on it by yourself unless you want to be, and that's up to you. That's your decision, but we invite you. No pressure. It's just the invitation. So look, you all, let me go ahead and bring our guest on. Miss Dawn Lieck is in the building. Who else got their black shirts on? Because apparently it was Black Shirt Friday. So if you ain't got yours on, go ahead and put it on. Send us a picture. I'm just kidding. Don, what's going on?
Hey, lady. Just thrilled to be here. Thrilled. Love your group. You know I love everything about you. So
thank you, Don. Thank you. See, that's what I'm talking about, y'all. Make people blush now, right? Because I already told my family this, y'all, and this real talk. At my funeral, I said, if people ain't already tell me words while I was here so I could smile and show all my pearly whites and blush, you do not have an opportunity or a privilege to say nothing at my funeral. You don't get 2 minutes of acknowledgments because you should have told me now, right? And so I love Don as well, you all. We connected in Elevation Entourage. We connected in a group, and the rest is literally history. Right? We had one call that was supposed to be 15 minutes, but it turned into almost probably like 2 hours. And I think we talked about everything from business to life to everything. But her spirit, her attitude towards life, her attitudes towards people, and willing, just saying, you know what, I'm here for you. How can I serve and support you? Look, they like, yes, Don, beautiful Don, my visionary author. Come on, Rakita. Serene says, I can't wait for the boot camp. Come on, Serene. Let them know. Ladies who've already taken the boot camp, they are doing amazing things, right? You need something to catapult you. You need that support. Dawn and I can attest to this. Probably when she even first started in business or even on this journey, sometimes you don't have a lot of support.
Trial and error and lots of prayer.
Right. Trial, error, and lots of prayer. Oh, we have the mogul media guru with us on tonight, Miss Tamika Walker Chapman. Hey, girl. Serene says, I love Don. And so you all, I've been asking everyone 5 things, right? Only 5 things. Only 5. I didn't want bios and all that stuff because y'all don't care about all that. Let's be real about it. You don't really care. It's all amazing, and we say congratulations to all the accolades and everything, but 5 things that I asked Don to send, and I'm going to share those with you all. Y'all type 5 in the chat. It's Friday, right? It is Friday, so I hope you all have as much energy as I did. If you haven't went to sleep, this is why I probably have all this energy too, y'all, because I get silly when I haven't had no sleep. So y'all don't know what y'all going to get tonight. I'm going to behave. But 5 things that Dawn wanted us to know. She's a transformational life coach, accompanying women on their search for self, right? Finding yourself, finding who you are, loving who you are, that whole journey. And unfortunately, Dawn, we have some women way even older than us, and they still on that quest, still on the spaceship, trying to figure it out. Who am I?
Right.
She's a business coach and mentor for business startup, profitability, and success. So look, y'all need that help when you start in the business, right? And so we'll even get into that some, because we don't want y'all to make some of the same mistakes that some people probably not telling you about these startups. You all heard me at the beginning say it wasn't about the cute stuff, right? My business coach, Katrina Nicole, I remember our first call, and I was like, yeah, I just want to empower women. She was like, what women? I was like,
all of them, just all of them.
Yeah, I just want to help everybody. Like, I want to save the world. I want to put on my cape, my ass, everything. And she was like, no.
She was like, who is your avatar? And you were like, my what?
I said, who?
Like, my avatar. What is an avatar? And it's like,
yes.
Actually, that's why we get coaches, right?
Exactly. And this is why you have to invest in yourself. And so she's an international speaker on an array of subjects, you all, including conquering fear and change at any age. And that is amazing, because what I am noticing, either the millennials or those beyond, they just doing the doggone thing. Like, literally. So the people in between, if you ain't doing nothing, because the millennials ain't scared, the other generations, they still a little scary.
My generation, we're like, what have we got to lose? Let's just go for it.
Right. Know? Let's just do it. Like, yeah. It's a yes or no. It's right. It's that simple. And so I love that. She is a 3-time best-selling author and visionary author for 3 anthologies, you all. And I've had the pleasure of being in 2 of them. The first one, Finally Free. And then the new one that's coming out that we're going to talk about a little bit even on tonight. Not too much, because guess what y'all need to do? Buy the book. Buy the book coming out May 13th. It's literally right around the corner. Drop the mask, share the crown. And then she says, at 55, right? At 55, finally coming into my own, dancing to the beat of my own drum and living my best life. And it's nothing more free and nothing more satisfying than saying, you know what? I'm creating the life that I want. I am creating and grabbing everything that I desire. And so, Dawn, welcome. I just want to say thank you for joining us. I know you have a busy evening and things as much as such, but thank you, thank you, thank you. We appreciate you. So, Dawn, let's start at this 55, right? Let's start at this 55. So, at 55, what are you doing with yourself?
Whatever I want. And that is priceless right there. I have like totally thrown all of inhibition to the wind. So it's like if I want to go for something, I'm not worried about failing anymore because by this age, I have learned that if I fail, I just come back at it and go at it at a different, from a different direction. So if I fail at something, if I do a business venture or whatever, personal, whatever it may be, I come to the understanding I'm not going to die. I'm die. So, right. So that's what we figure. We're like, oh my God, what's going to happen? I'm not going to die. So whatever else happens doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Just try it again. And so I'm just going for it. Whatever it may be,
Wow.
I'm not worried about what anybody else thinks. I'm not worried about what anybody else is doing. I'm not competing with anyone. I may be doing the same exact thing you're doing, Carlika, but I can't do it like you and you can't do it like me. So it doesn't matter. Just go for it.
I love it. I love it. Selena says, I am 52 years old, and she can definitely relate, right? It's like the women in their 50s and beyond, they're grasping an effing attitude, right? They have this effing attitude, you all, of look, I ain't got nothing to lose. I'm gonna go out there and try it, even if it doesn't succeed that time. It's just a lesson. Let me go back, regroup, refresh. Let me do it again, or not. If I say, you know what, I don't really need to do that anyway. It's taken away from what I'm supposed to be doing, but just going for it. And that is amazing because it takes a lot of times, it takes a lot of people a whole lot of time to get to that point. And so you say now you're at that point. So let's back up just a little bit. Because she said at 55, she's coming to her own, right? And so let's back up to say, what was causing you not to really be in your own or in your own space, or like you said, beat into your own drum?
I think that women as a whole, and of course I can't speak for every woman, but for most women, we start out with this grandeur idea of what our life is going to be, right? And so our our late teens, our early 20s, we have a plan, right? We have this plan. And it entails all of our dreams and what we're going to do and who we're going to be. And the next thing you know, life happens. And we maybe take on a husband, we start having our kids, and then our life goes into living by the expectations of others. What it's supposed to be, what kind of wife you're supposed to be, what kind of mother you're supposed to be, what kind of daughter you're supposed to be as your parents get older. So we just wrap our entire life around that. And that's exactly what I did. And in the interim of doing that, I lost myself.
Wow.
I often say, you could ask me at any point, back in my 30s, my 40s, and even my early 50s, what's your husband's favorite color? What's your son's favorite food? I could just you ask me, like, what's your favorite color, Dawn? What do you like to do? Blank. I don't know. I didn't answer. I just didn't have an answer because I all but ceased to exist.
Right.
I was doing everything for everyone, doing what I thought I was supposed to be doing as a wife and a mother and a daughter and all of those things. And so I forgot about those dreams from the early 20s. And so now, once this light bulb goes off, it's like you wake up and you're like, that old adage, what about me? kind of there, and you're like, well, what about me? I don't even know who I am to begin with. So what about me? Where am I going with this? I know I'm not digging this, but where do I go with it? Because I don't even know.
Right.
And so I tell women and some men, when you get to that point where you understand that you are just, inside, you are just at unrest,
Mm-hmm.
and you don't know who you are and you can't figure it out, you have to
Right.
think, you have to allow yourself to dream again, because we
Yes.
stop dreaming. We stop dreaming because we're
Yes.
so busy with life. And so when you allow yourself to start dreaming again,
Mm-hmm.
write down on paper, what are some things that you used to like to do? Because right now you don't know. So
Right.
what are the things that you used to like to do? And what are the things that you're good at? I mean, what
Mm-hmm.
organizing laundry, that's an organizational skill. Running a household is an organizational, successful
It
skill
is.
job.
It is, and a lot of people don't have it.
Yes.
I've always got questions because at one point I was working like 3 jobs, y'all. Why I just don't even know. I was just always moving, and yeah, people be like, "How do you do it? Like everything is clean, everything's folded, everying's organized." I said because I'm an organizer by nature. I said I'm an organizer, but sometimes we take those things and we really don't, we kind of take them for granted just a little bit because you have this expectation like, well, don't, how you run your house then? Like,
Right. And so when you take those things and you start focusing in on those things, and we do these miraculous things
mm-hmm.
all the time. We do these things, but
Yep.
we just take it for granted that oh, that's just what I do. You know
Yes.
what? Most things that we do, we could monetize. You
Right.
could monetize your organizational skills. I mean, how many women or men are not able to do that? They have these other skills that maybe you
Right.
don't have, but they don't have the organizational piece of it, right? So there's just a lot of things to figure out what you really like, and let
Yeah.
yourself dream. Let yourself like a color. Let yourself like a
Well,
specific.
Dawn, since you keep talking about this color, what is your favorite color?
It's teal. And I never knew that. I would always just say black. I like black, but that's not it. That's not it.
Right.
That was where I was at the time. That was the easiest answer,
Right.
because you feel kind of foolish when you can't even tell someone what your favorite color is, because you're so like removed from your own
Look
self.
at them. Look at them. They want to put their favorite color in the chat too. Y'all go ahead and drop your favorite color. I see you.
Yes.
I see you, Keisha. Drop y'all favorite color too. What's y'all favorite color? Donna, she said y'all have permission to dream.
Yes.
And when we think back on even dreaming, when we were little kids and different things, there was nothing that no one could tell us that we could not do. You would allow your mind to just take you, like you would just daydream on these vacations and all of these different things. But you're right, as we got older and life, and
we didn't know any better, right? We didn't know any better.
right.
So because there was nothing you could tell us that we couldn't do it. You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to be, a beauty queen in Paris. You couldn't tell me that when I was a little girl, because I was. That it just is. Until as you get older, someone tells you that you can't.
Right.
That really isn't logical.
And even if they don't even really tell you that you can't, some of the other words that are used really diminishes you dreaming. Not even like my parents never told us that we couldn't do anything, but looking back on some of the financial struggles and things that we went through and stuff like that, you kind of have this learned behavior that, okay, I probably shouldn't do that because I probably need to save this money to make sure the light bill get paid or something like that. Not realizing that we can really have it all. Like you hear people say that sometimes, but really whatever it is that you really want, you can have it. Nothing's really stopping you.
Yeah, you just have to plan for it and figure it out. And if it doesn't work out the way that you planned, then don't change your goal. Don't ever change the goal.
Right.
Just change how you go about getting to it. You just have to
Right.
change it up. That's all. If the first
Change
time,
your strategy. Right. I often say when we plug in an address on our GPS, whether it's on your phone or in your car, even if you have a detour because of traffic, or there's just a detour because of road work or anything, you don't just literally throw the whole phone out the window and the GPS system because it took you another way to your destination. You just follow the path, but it's leading you to the same place. So I love that you said that. Y'all don't change your goals. And especially the ones that you know that God has given you, that it keeps coming right back to you. You keep coming back to that same thing, or you're starting with the one thing. Because what I do believe, for those who may dream, or for those who have goals, they have so many. And now, because you're so frustrated because you have so many and you haven't narrowed it down, what I'm gonna tell you on the night, start on one thing.
just one.
Just one.
Just one.
Just
And
one.
finish it. Finish it.
Yes.
Don't start the next one until you finish the first one, because that's when you bring yourself into overwhelm. And when you bring yourself into overwhelm, then you don't succeed at any of it. And then you feel like you're a failure, but you've really just overwhelmed yourself. That's all.
Right.
So just focusing, it's people start a business and they're like, oh, well, I'm going to get my LLC. And then they go straight into, well, I need a logo. And then they go, oh, well, I need a website and I need this landing page and I need this and I need this. And then they're like, I don't even have enough money to get all that, or I don't know who can do this for me. You have just created overwhelm.
Yes.
If you just do something like you, Carlika, you are a perfect example of it. You could have said, I want to talk and I want a TV show. I want my own TV show. And I want all of these ads to run everywhere in the world. I want to be on billboards. I want to be everywhere that my show is starting. More than likely, you wouldn't be talking anywhere, because you'd be saving up the money to make this investment for this TV show, for these ads, for the website that leads you to the link for the TV show. No, you jumped on here and you started talking.
Right, because this is the thing. I honestly believe that everything you have is right in your hands. And once you get started from where you are, and I tell this so transparently, I literally started speaking every Wednesday at 6 p.m. on Facebook Live. I just was going live. Just going live. I remember the first
walking around the parking lot. I remember.
Yes, anywhere. I will be in the parking lot. I will be working out, or if I was at home stationary. But let me tell you, I didn't have a ring light. I didn't have no microphone and all these different things. I literally had my phone propped on my laptop. Right? I didn't even have a stand. I was just like, I'm gonna go live, and I invited people one time, and that little clicking noise got on my last nerve. I said, I will never invite another person to a live. And from that day forward, I never invited any. I said, I'm just going live, and whoever see it, they see it, and they can catch the replay. Or that was just my mentality. I said, I can't invite anyone.
And Carlika, the funny part is that anybody that knows me knows technology is not my friend at all. And so right now I am in my office, my home office. I am on my iPad, which is stacked on top of boxes. And I don't have a website. There you have it. Okay. So I'm doing all these things. I'm speaking on 25 platforms this month alone, different platforms, 25. That's almost one every single day, from the iPad, from the stacked boxes. I have the ring light. My son got me the ring light because that's what I thought I wanted, and I have not touched it yet. So there you have that. It's right over here next to me. It's not plugged in. And so, because I can't figure out how to get like the phone on there, and I just don't understand the whole process. So there you have it. So we think that we need all of these things to get started before we can start. And I tell people, what do you need the website for? What is it that you need it for? Unless if you got a store, if you're selling merchandise, but if you're a speaker, yes, you need it later on. but you don't need it to start.
Because, Dawn, this is the thing. I don't think people understand sometimes these are back end fees that you're paying yearly, monthly, however you decide to pay them. And when you start adding up
for stuff that you ain't even using,
come on, you start adding up. These fees can add up real quick. And this is just basic stuff, right? This is not even getting too deep in it. But what we're saying is use what you have and quit making excuses. Oh, I can't go live because I don't have a microphone. Okay, so what? I can't go live because I don't have a ring light. Okay, go live when you got good lighting somewhere, whether that's outside, as long as you have good internet connection, clear some clutter, set you up a little space, and go live.
Yep.
I went live sweaty. I went live with a rag on my head. It didn't matter because guess what? I was serving and supporting, and I was giving valuable content. Not just that, I was giving myself.
Right. And that's the important part. And, Lisa Nichols says, you're not trying to create followers. You're creating fans. So people need to get to know you. They need to fall in love with you. And once they fall in love with you and who you really are,
right,
they're gonna, whatever you do.
But that's the thing, Dawn. People have to show people who they really are.
Yes.
And so this is a great segue right into drop the mask, share the crown. When you really I believe, because since I've even started, some people might think, oh my gosh, she probably been in business for a minute. Let me tell you all, my coach is going to be up here next month, and she's been on the whole journey with me, right? I haven't. Just last December made 1 year. That's it. But I got started with what I had. I did not allow what I didn't have to stop me. And now, you all, I have content to repurpose, because what I used to do is type these lessons up that I was going to talk about. I typed everything up. They're on a flash drive. They're in a binder because I used to type them and print them out just to have my notes. But now I can repurpose that whole binder into a book, an ebook, lessons with Lieck. I don't know. It can be whatever, and just repurpose that content. So what we're definitely saying is use what you have. But when you show up as your authentic self and you're not having to put up a mask on social media, or depending on who you're in front of, I don't have to put up a mask. Y'all know I have hot flashes. You know I have kids out of wedlock. You know my family struggle financially. It's not a secret.
Right.
It's not a secret. But Dawn, I think so many people put up so many masks.
Right. And look at me on social media, because what do people put on social media? They put like their prize moments. And so we're sitting at home. You're sitting at home, hair a mess, no makeup on. You're looking at someone that gets on social media every single day, like all beautified and perfect. It's not real. It's not real. And sometimes we're looking at women in business and where they're at, and she's got this summit, and she's got this going, and she's got that going, and she's got a show, and she's on this show, and she's doing this, she's doing that. Don't compare yourself ever, first of all, but especially don't compare their day 365 to your day 2.
Right.
We've all been in the same place. And I'm transparent every time I talk, because the only way that other women can, and that's the reason for the book, drop them, share the crown. The only reason that we can put our hand out, and the only way to put our hand out and help each other up, is to be transparent and say, hey, I messed this up so bad. I don't want to see you do it. Here's what I did that maybe can help you. So when you see these perfect pictures on Facebook, that's not who the person really is. Just represent who you are. Carlika, I don't care when you hear Carlika talk, you're going to know that Carlika is having a hot flash and she's in menopause. Yeah. You're going to know it. And if you're talking to me, you are going to know that I can't handle technology. I don't even perpetrate that. I try to because I don't want to. I don't like it, and I'm not going to do it. So it's just that simple.
It is.
if it's something to do with technology, more than likely, I mean, I'm a coach and I coach on different things, but like I have a mental block when it comes to it. So it's just not going to happen. So what I do is I will tell you flat out, you know how I get through it? I pay somebody. I
Hey,
pay people. If you can't do it, you can definitely pay someone who can.
yep.
But don't
Yep.
let it keep you stuck, because if I was trying to continue on with my business with my technical skills, there wouldn't be a business. I'm just saying.
I
Okay.
love it. I love it though. And you're right. So y'all don't know how many takes it takes for someone to get that perfect picture, right? Or whatever they're doing. So this is why, yes, I can throw on some makeup. Yes, I'm comfortable with having on makeup. I'm comfortable without having on makeup. I'm comfortable with a head on, a do-rag on. I'm comfortable with a wig, braid. It doesn't matter because I'm comfortable just with who I am. And I really don't care if someone doesn't like it. They're like, oh, I don't like her hair. Or I don't like her ear. I don't care. That's okay.
It
You're
doesn't
entitled
matter.
to all of your opinions. Just keep them to yourself. I'm just kidding. Just don't inbox me with them because quickest way to get yourself blocked and deleted. But be yourself, and that's what the book is all about. Is uncovering some of the experiences that people have endured, whether that's in their workplace, whether that could be in church, anywhere where you've endured, where people have on masks. And so Don, tell us a little bit about that journey thus far. From the idea to the actual manifestation. Because I mean, the book drops May the 13th.
Right, right. So the idea basically just came to me because of what I continue to see in our society. I continue to see this divide.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not a big political person. Everybody, has their opinions about politics and things like that. But for me, what came to me was that we have two political parties fighting against each other and doing whatever it takes to
Mm-hmm.
win over the other, either way. Neither side doing what was right for the people. And
Right.
so in the process of them trying to, of course the country has issues prior to this, but they just really intensified it, and created this huge divide amongst
Mm-hmm.
people. And I look at it in my world. It's in my world very, very prominently. In the
Mm-hmm.
speaker world, there's a divide. And so in
Mm.
the coach world, there's a divide. And just tired of it, tired of seeing it. And only we can make that difference. Only we can make that difference and not look at judge someone by how they look, whether it's skin
Right.
color, whether it's their size, whether it's their religion.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody has something to offer. And if we
Right.
all come together and work together, because let's face it, women run the world. And so if women can come together and link
Mm-hmm.
arms, all women together as one people, we can make a difference. So
Right.
I am, intelligent enough that I can't single-handedly change the world. But this is my little piece of it, because if people read the book and understand different points of views of things and come together in collaboration,
Right.
come together in collaboration. That's what it's all about. And the drop the mask piece of it is stop trying to act like you have done everything to, if you're wildly successful, stop acting like you did that single-handedly. First and
Right.
foremost, God let you. That's the first thing.
Right.
God let you. Secondly, he sent you people to help you get there. And
Yes.
so that collaboration has to be recognized and continue on, and hold your hand out, hold your hand, put your hand back,
Right.
pull other women up next to you. Don't
Right.
even try behind you. Give everything you got and just work
Mm-hmm.
together. And so
Well,
that's
you know me, I'm definitely a believer in collaboration. And I often say we connect, we build relationships to form partnerships. Now, let me say this, ladies. Y'all know I'm a believer with this too. I cannot form partnerships with everyone. Everyone is not supposed to be your business partner, but that does not mean I won't support. It's a difference. You cannot work with everyone. I like to connect with like-minded individuals. And when we think even on a spiritual level, so many people are attracted to just what people see on the external, whether it's their name, whether it's the way they look, they want to be attached to them. Whatever floats your boat on that. Those things don't move me. Not at all. Like your titles, your names, all of these things, they don't move me at all. Like I'm not easily impressed or impressionable when I say at all, but what I do love is I look at people's heart. I look at people's motives. And when your motives are not pure, they will eventually show, right? And a lot of people are really sending their representatives and not really them true selves. And so this is why I say, I love what Dawn said. You don't need, not that you don't eventually need a logo. She's not saying you don't eventually can't have these things. But what we're saying is you can make money, right? You can make money and do your purpose without the logo, without the website, just knowing some simple strategies of who are you talking to and what problem are you solving. And so when we think of the collaboration piece, I always say, let's not talk about it, let's live it. Let's actually do it. And so when I think of projects and different things that Dawn's working on, I'm working on, and different women are working on in the same industry, right? But like she said, she can't do what I do. I can't do what she does. I'm not even trying because I'm a force to reckon with all by myself. But in the midst of that, God always aligns people. When you say yes, when you step out, when you take the leap, when you just go, the people and the resources are already on the path of where you're going. So I love what you said. No, you don't do it by yourself. You don't do it by yourself because the same information that someone gave you, someone pulled you up. Someone gave you an opportunity. So this is why I say I don't wait for tables. I don't wait to be invited to people's tables. I don't care. So people never invite me. I'm perfectly fine with that because I'm a creator.
Me too. It's like that's why I say I come into myself at 55 because I used to worry about other people's table. I used to think that was what I needed in order to be successful. I thought that I needed that support. It's kind of like Dorothy, with the Good Witch. She said, Dorothy, you had the power all along. When you realize that you have the power within yourself all along, and that yes, you can collaborate with people, and if you are obedient, God will send you exactly who needs to be with you, who needs the people to support you, to help you grow. But you can't on your own accord feel like you need someone else in order to walk in your own purpose.
Right? Because what if they never show up?
Yes,
exactly. You're never going to do your purpose and I think too, a lot of people have certain people that they expect to come alongside them, or they're looking for certain people that they feel that should come alongside them. And
I'm going to tell you right now, you can think that all you want. They ain't coming. 9 times out of 10, they ain't coming. They are not coming.
And I think, Dawn, I think that's a thing because a lot of people sometimes end up compromising. You end up compromising your business, your strategy, your plan, your vision to accommodate other people so that you can fit in their mold. I was having a conversation earlier with Tamika. I said, look, we're not here to fit in people's mold.
No. We're here to
break the mold.
To break the mold and be different.
And so this is why this book is important as well, because it may make some people upset. That's fine. But the truth is the truth, right? We have to, as women, we can't keep talking about that we work together and that we can't keep talking about these things. But when you really look in these streets, you might have a handful of women who are genuinely saying, and not just saying, but they're genuinely doing. The Bible says we're not just hearers of the word, we're doers. So I look at that from a spiritual aspect and a natural aspect. I'm not just a hearer. I pay attention. I'm an observer and I take action. Like anyone who has known me for even a short period of time, I'm an action taker. I don't have time to be going back and forth around a circle, around the mountain, going back and forth with people. Okay, is this the plan? Is this what we're doing? How do we plan to do it? End of discussion. Let's get it done.
Yeah, that's it.
Let's get it done.
But when you worry about what other people think, what other people's opinions are, how they think you should do something, when you do all of that, you're stifling yourself.
Yes,
is what you're doing. So
it becomes a distraction and a hindrance, really.
It does, because I personally, if I'm ready to do something, I just want to do it. I don't want to ask what anybody else thinks. What do you think? Do you think I should do this? And I just go for it. My coach isn't always happy with me when that happens. But I tell him I love him, and, he rolls with it because he's learned me, and he knows that if I feel that I'm called to do something, I'm just going to do it.
Right.
I'm going to do it. I'm not, I have my own strategy in my mind, and I definitely don't do anything haphazard. I've got a plan. I may not share the plan with my coach or anyone, but I've got a plan. I don't just do anything half-cocked, right? I think through, but I don't wait for anyone else.
I think it's kind of like people have to look at, everyone have to eat, right? But how you may cook your chicken and how I may cook mine, how I may cook or let's go with steak, right? How I may like my steak well done and someone else might like theirs medium rare or however you like it. It's still steak. I don't care how you cook it or how you like to season it or don't season it. It's still steak. It's still a piece of meat that came from a cow, and it's still steak. It's the same thing in business to me. Yes, coaches and different things are important, you all. And if you're at a place where you're like, okay, I think I need a coach, make sure you pray about that thing first, because you cannot work with everyone, because everyone's motive, everyone's heart is not here to say, I'm really here to serve and support you, and I'm not just here to take your dollars. Right? I'm not saying that everything is going to be free, because it's not, because guess what? We're sitting here because we've invested in ourselves too, over and over and over again, and we'll continue to invest in ourselves. And so you have to get to that place. But I will encourage anyone, pray before you just say, okay, here you go. I'm going to work with you, because sometimes you might get a little disappointed, but you find the good in it. But pray about who you're going to work with, because everyone is not a good fit. That's just real talk.
Exactly. And we just had to talk about this the other day. Do some research and find out what that coach is all about. Do some research.
And do your research with results, right? Because what you want is results. If someone is telling you that, I don't know, look at their track record. Right? Mm-hmm. Look at their track record. If they've been doing it for any length of time or whatever the case may be, they should have some testimonials. They should have some results of where they went from point A to point D. Right? Because number one, numbers don't lie. Okay. And them being the expert, because you got a lot of people out here lying about stuff.
Right.
Yeah, that's real.
And that's the thing. So understand where the coach, and I know we're like talking about all different things, and I love this, but when I coach someone, I have people come to me with numerous different things. And so my title is Transformation Life Coach. Well, Transformation Coach covers a whole lot of things. And so I've coached people on, learning how to stand up for themselves, their self-esteem. I've coached people on creating their signature speech to learn how to speak. I've coached people on starting their own business. It's all transformation in one way, one form or another. However, I don't claim to be the coach of everything. I only coach on things that I have personally experienced.
Yes.
And so, I can, most people know I used to weigh 400 pounds. If I have a coach that weighs 98 pounds and has never weighed over 98 pounds in their life psychologically, and yes, they're going to be able to get me to where I wanted to be physically, right? They're going to be able to have me work out and show me what to eat and whatever.
But that mental.
But that mental thing, if they don't know what the struggle is with food or with, any type of addiction. So it to me, find someone that has walked the walk. And,
Right.
I've had people come to me and say, hey, I really want you to coach me on this. And I'm like, I'm sorry, that is not my lane, but I have a friend and I will immediately refer them to
Yes.
another coach that I know, because it's not about the money, and that's what some coaches are doing. They're taking that opportunity for that money
Right.
and coaching people when they're not really versed in what they're coaching on. So
Right.
that's the only thing I would say is just do the research and,
Yes. I agree. I agree. Do your research, pray about it, do your research, do your own due diligence, right? It's even the way in church. You just don't take the pastor word for everything. Like the Bible says to rightly divine the word yourself, meaning you have to study the Bible yourself, right? Not that
because
the preacher may be wrong, but
yeah, the
study
preacher's
it.
not Jesus,
Right.
it's like he's not it. It's when he's reading and talking about, the verse that he's reading, it's still it's his opinion, his synopsis of it, right? And so yeah, you have to read that
Right.
yourself.
You have to read it and
Right.
ask God to reveal to you what he may want you to get out of it at that time in your life. Because I've read some scriptures over and over again, and one year is like a whole nother revelation of the whole scripture. And I'm like, but it's applicable to the time or the season that I'm in my life. And that's what God will do for you. And so look, you all, May 13th, Drop the Mask, Share the Crown is launching. And so look, make sure you get your copy of this book. You're definitely going to you're going to find some stories in there that you can relate to, right? And it's with every conversation, even on here, it's about truth. It's about transparency. It's about transformation, because something that's said, regardless of a plethora of things we've talked from the book, Drop the Mask. Some of us need to drop the mask. Some of us need to accept who we are. Some of us need to let go of some learned behaviors that we have had and pick up some new habits, right? Some of us need to invest in ourselves more and get a coach or whatever that looks like. Some of us are stuck and stagnant. Some of us need to go. Some of us need to step out of our comfort zone and quit making excuses for ourselves and say, you know what? I am well deserving of every good thing. I am well deserving to create the life that I want. And we're here to tell you on tonight, just to encourage you to say, you can have it. You can do it. And you're not on the journey alone. You're not here by yourself. There are women who are saying, you know what, this is who I am, and I do have a heart to serve. I do have a heart to support. It's not cliche. This is who I am. And I really do want to see you go to the next level in your life. That's why we're reaching back and we're getting people back to say, hey, okay, so what you doing?
Right.
What you got going on?
What's going on? Wasn't it? You said you were going to do this.
Right.
Where are we at? Where are we at with that?
Right. And what's the date?
Where are we at? Where are we at with that? So
exactly. Let's hop over to this chat. Crystal says, love you, sis. You are inspiring me. Carolyn says, pray about all of your decisions first. Yes, God does not give us the whole story at one time. He sure does not. He give it in puzzle pieces, okay? And so Serene says, create your own platform and lay it before God. I love that. It's the least you expect. Yes, Deborah. Selena says, speak, ladies. Rakita says, this is the truth. And so it's exciting to see some of our Drop the Mask, Share the Crown co-authors up here with us. Keitra says, yes, Dawn, speak on it. Y'all, she's speaking on it. Deborah says, yes, all women. Yes, yes, yes. We don't have to be those women, right? We can take a vow even right now to say, I am not that woman who's going to be catty. I'm not that woman who's not going to really serve and support. I'm not that woman, because the change really starts with us. And so, right, the women that we're going to impact their lives and all of these different things, we have to be the examples. And a lot of times, you all, we have to realize that, you know, this confidence that we carry, it's not even boisterous and big, because I can step in a room and I don't have to say a word. Mm-hmm. And I love what Dawn said. When you recognize the power that you have, You're going to walk different. You're going to talk different. You're going to do things different. You're going to surround yourself with different people when you recognize. So all we're saying on tonight is, look, drop the mask, share the crown, recognize who you are, embrace who you are, right? Embrace who you are. And if you need a coach along the way, guess what? They're out there, but pray about it first. Valerie, what's going on? She said, God will continue to give us downloads to share with the masses. He sure will. And what are you going to do when he download it to you? You better obey. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it. That's it.
Rakita says, I love it. They up here talking about listen and learn with Lieck. I love it. Lessons with Lieck. Look, I'm not messing with y'all. I am not messing with you all. Valerie says, know who you are and knows whose you are. And that is amazing. Rakita, Karnika, you on TikTok? I do have a TikTok account. I sporadically put some videos up there. I'm not consistent on TikTok. Carolyn says, I am not that woman, right? You are. We are not the women who are not willing to create a table and invite women to the platform. We're not the women that are afraid to mention someone else's name in front of area or in front of people that's like, you know what, this will be a really good next level for her. This will be a next push for her. We're not those women. And if you are that woman on tonight and you're listening, you're just like, I need to do better. Right? No one's shaming you. No one's bashing you because we all have areas in our life where we can do better. We've all looked at a woman the wrong way. We've all said something that we probably shouldn't have said and could have just shut our mouth, right? We've all been there. But when do you decide that I'm going to do something different? I'm going to make some changes because you know what? That next generation, who am I going to be the example for? Because there's another woman out there saying, you know what? I don't have any support. Who can I trust? Are you that woman? You want honesty, integrity, reliability, and loyalty, but are you exemplifying those things yourself? And if you're not, how dare you expect for those things in return, right? You have to exemplify these things. And so, Don, before we get out of here, give us any closing words, anything you would like to share with us. What else? Yeah, anything you want to share with us?
Anything I want to share with you. Well, first and foremost, I just want to tell everyone that's listening, thank you so much for tuning in with us. And Carlita, thank you so much. I just want to let everyone know, all of the ladies know, that you can do whatever you want to do. You have the power. It's been in you all along. And when ideas come, don't let fear stand in your way, because those ideas are not yours. God is giving you, he is just funneling these ideas into you. Yes. And he's waiting on you to be obedient. And I liken fear as literally the enemy, because the enemy comes, we know, in so many forms. And so when you are being given these ideas, and you let fear stop you, that's the enemy, in his most popular form. And so I've said this before, if we were at war, and we know, and I definitely know, all the ladies that are on here tonight listening, that if we were at war between God and the enemy, we know which side we'd be on. And we'd do anything that we had to do to be with God and beat the enemy, right? We wouldn't let the enemy win. We'd stop at nothing to let, to have God be the winner of this war. But still and yet, God gives us these ideas. He puts these things in us. Yes. And we let the enemy win when fear overtakes us and we are not obedient to what God has given us to do. He has given us the purpose. So the next time fear creeps in and you feel like you just can't do it, remember what I just said. It's a war.
Yes.
You know who you are and whose you are, and you know whose side you're on. Yes. And so when you let that fear stop you from what God has given you to do, you are knowingly letting the enemy win the war. That's not who we are. As women of God, that's not who we are.
Not at all.
So just put that fear aside. That's the enemy. Just, rebuke them, tell them to get behind you and
Yeah.
just walk through that fear. Just walk through the fear. And
Yes.
I'm here to tell you, no matter what it is, unless you're walking in front of a truck, you are not going to die. You are not going to die. When you are obedient, God is going to take it from there. He is going to take care of everything for you. And if something fails by chance, he's going to show you the next way.
Yep.
So just trust in God. F it. The faith. You got to have the faith. You've got to have the faith. I have also I have a new anthology coming out, and it's going to be a little bit different. This is going to be expert advice for the novice entrepreneur. And so we have talked a little bit about entrepreneurship and just doing it, going for it. And so, Carlika, we also talked about, at the beginning, it's like we didn't know what to do. We just kind of went for it, right? So this book is, I'm going to be calling for authors probably in about another month. I'll be calling for authors to share their tips, share their experience and actually tell how to do something. So if you want to start a nonprofit, there's going to be an author in this anthology that can tell you, like, not just fluff it over and say, oh, well, no, tell you step by step. This is how you get started. This is what I learned. Don't do this, this, and this. This is going to be a roadblock for you. Here's the 5 steps to get straight to the point, right? And so people that are starting out in business can get some expert advice from the start on how to do it. So anybody that's interested in sharing that expertise, that'll be my next project. It'll be coming up probably in a couple of weeks, but it's a big one.
I love it.
Really big, and it's different than any other. So.
It is, and I love that. I love that. I actually wrote a short business book. I have not published it yet because God was like, nope, women who pray. And I was like, okay, that's on the back burner. But it's wrote, and it's called the AV, right? For awareness, visibility, and engagement. I'm all about visibility. I'm all about us sharing our stories and not just the good stuff, right? I'm all about these backstories because it took something for people to get to where they are, whether it's in entrepreneurship, whether it's overcoming whatever you've had to overcome in your life. But the point where we are now, we have not always been at this point, and we're still on a journey becoming and evolving every single day. And so look, ladies, connect with Dawn if you have not. She is Finally Free LLC, Dawn Lieck across social media too. Get connected, right? You want to keep up with what she's doing. She's always doing some amazing things. And if you're saying, you know what, if you're not going to be in the book, you're probably just going to purchase the book, because even when it comes to the entrepreneurship world or just business period, you want to have the proper tools. You want to have the proper steps so you can save you some time and some money and some heartache and some more stuff. And so I love it. I love it. I love it. Look, ladies, once again, Drop the Mask, Share the Crown, launching May the 13th. That is next month. Right near, what is that? After Mother's Day? Yep. Or right at Mother's Day? Somewhere around there. I don't even know what Mother's Day is, y'all. And I'm a mama.
Mother's Day is the 9th. So, yes.
So, there we go. After Mother's Day. So look, you all, Drop the Mask, Share the Crown, launching May the 13th. Dawn, I thank you for the opportunity to be able to share in your project. A lot of the ladies up here, they're in the project as well. So hashtag Drop the Mask, Share the Crown. I love it. Ladies, if you have not shared this video out, what you waiting on? You already know the deal. Go ahead and take 2 seconds and share this video. Share this video out with someone else, because you don't know what someone else is looking for. You don't know what someone else is praying for. And the next time you walk past the mirror, you stand flat-footed in the mirror, and when self-doubt come in your head, you say F it. When rejection come in your head, you say F it. When perfectionism or procrastination come in your mind and you're like, ooh, should I do it? Should I not? Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I don't know. F it. That's what you're going to tell yourself. And why are you going to say that? Because you're faith in it. You're facing it, and you're being committed to fulfilling your purpose. Why? Because when you change your perspective, not anyone else, but when you change your perspective, you change your life. So be the game changer. Be the change that you want to see, because it literally starts with us. Be the example of that woman who's saying, you know what? I don't just talk about this thing. It's my lifestyle. It is my lifestyle. This is what I do. Right? This is what I do. This is who I am. So if you've already shared, thank you so much. Thank you, Keetris. Thank you, Selena. And once again, if you haven't shared, drop those shares in the comments. You already know how we do. And I see the efforts coming on through. So I love it, love it, love it. Everyone have an amazing Friday, right? Friday night, Friday evening. What y'all doing? What are y'all doing on this Friday evening? Don and I going to be working. I don't know what y'all doing, but we're going to be working. Fear. I love that, Selena. Fight every avenue right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. Right. Don't let fear stop you from going to that next level in your life. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you, Dr. Joe. We appreciate you all tuning in all week long, Monday through Friday for the Epic Show. I love it. I love it. And you all support us like crazy. So, but I appreciate you because you could be doing something else. You could not be tuning in. You didn't have, you like, okay, she going to bully me to share. So let me hurry up and share. Yeah, go ahead and share. I'm not a bully for real. Oh, resting, Dr. Joe. I love that. I want to do that too. Okay. I'm going to do that tonight. Homework. Okay, ladies, whatever you're doing on this Friday night, enjoy your weekend. Rest a lot. Get refreshed. Be refreshed. Keisha says we are busting fear in the mouth all day long. Y'all know she gangster, right? Yeah. Gangster Key in the building. Look, I love you, ladies. You all are doing some amazing things. I see you. I see you. I see you. I see you. Keetris has her project. Dawn has a project. I got a project coming out with Women Who Pray. And Serene, what you got going on? A new project, podcast? It's something. Dr. Joe in the project. Look, everyone is doing amazing things, and I'm here for it. Okay, so if you're not sharing what you're doing and your accomplishment, shame on you. Shame on you. Shame on you. We cannot keep quiet because someone else out there is watching you. Someone out there is waiting on you. And they're like, oh my God. But we're telling them the real deal, right? We're telling them, yes, we done cried. Yes, it's some long nights. Yes, whatever that looks like, right? We're telling them transparent, transformational conversations. I knew it was a podcast or something, Serene. Look, this memory is pretty good, even with some brain fog sometimes, but it's sharp. Okay, don't play with me. Don't play with me. Ladies, guess what? I didn't have a hot flash. Woo! That's an accomplishment right there. That is an accomplishment. Look, y'all have an amazing night. We love you, love you, love you. Any way that we can serve and support you, let us know. Because guess what? If you don't say anything, we won't know about it. So you got to open up your mouth, ask your questions, invest in yourself, do what you need to do. But there are women out here willing to support you. Why? Because we've dropped the mask and we are willing to share the crown 24/7, 365. Okay. But you got to open up your mouth and say, hey, I want to be on the Epic Show. Or, hey, how can I get connected with Don or Dr. Joe or Serena and Celine and Serene and whoever else is up here, Carolyn? We got to connect. Build relationships to form partnerships. And that's what it's all about. Let's stay connected. Let's collaborate. And you all enjoy your weekend. I'll see you all on, actually, I'll be up here tomorrow. It's a surprise. So ladies, come back on tomorrow if you're available, but it's going to be tomorrow morning. Look, you know, I don't have no secrets. It's going to be 9 a.m. on a Saturday morning, but we have a guest, Payel, all the way out of India. So if you all are available, come and show her some love. Look, Effie Show just went international, baby, just like that. So she's all the way from India, and it's going to be 9 a.m. on our side, Eastern Standard Time, and it's going to be 6:30 p.m. on her side. I thought I was going to sleep in, but it's all good. It's all good. We're here for the Epic series. We're here for the conversations, and we're opening the platform to anyone all over the world. And so if that's you, you want to join, you want to have a conversation, I'm going to put the link right now, because guess what? If I get off of here, I'm going to lie again. And I don't want to be a liar. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right now, because I lied to y'all the other day, said I was going to put it in there, and I didn't. So there y'all go. Well, at least I thought, there you go. There you go. All right, ladies. Don, I want to say thank you. I appreciate you. I know you have to get refreshed and all of those things so you can hop on your next speaking opportunity and engagement. But thank you so much. I'm very proud of you. I'm here for everything that you're doing. I'm excited to see where God is taking you on your journey. Know that you have a yes from me always. And so look, ladies, I am Carlika Katrina Basnight-Menendez. Yes, all of that. And I will see you all on tomorrow morning. Talk to y'all later. Serene says, thank you, Dawn.
Thank you. Good night, everybody. Thank you, Carlika.